over years. Amazing. So, like I was telling you guys, I love these sessions. I love this one in particular because I get to relate to you guys. You guys get to know a little bit more about me. I don't have any PowerPoint or anything like that today. I'm just bringing you my experience. I'm just bringing you a short message. And my thing is, I want everybody here to know that there is a process to becoming successful. There's a process to achieving your goals. There's a process to achieving your dreams. And it all starts by sucking at whatever it is you're trying to do, and then suck less, and suck a little bit less, and suck a little bit less, and then be okay, and then be kind of good, and then stay a little bit in that range, and start getting better and better and better until good, and then you're great. Okay, so everything takes practice, everything takes time. When you trade, when you build a business, when you go into any type of the different variants that we have in our platform, then any of those skills are going to take time, right? Like everything in life. When a kid starts walking, they don't just get up and run, right? They just get up a little bit, fall, get up a little bit, fall, take one step, two steps, fall again. Mommy and daddy are holding the kids' arms and hands, and then the kid starts walking, and then, goes from crawling to walking to start running, and then that's how life works. Okay, we have to develop the skills. And the most important part to develop is the mindset. I was talking to one of you guys um, last night, I believe, and we were talking about the importance of having a strong mindset. He said, "Hey, I want to build a business because it's going to help me develop my mindset." And I was like, "Wow, this is a really good mentality to have because everything you put your mind um, through, and when you face a challenge, that's definitely going to impact your mindset and it's going to help you build a more resistant mentality. Okay, so it's going to be stronger and more solid. So today I want to bring you guys some energy, and by that, bringing back what I was saying at the beginning, you got to suck at everything you do at the beginning. Now, me myself, the reason why I started into the online entrepreneurship journey is because I lost my regular job that I had during the pandemic back in 2020. The company I was working for had to close, had to shut down. I was never entrepreneurial. I didn't have that mindset. It was kind of like an accident. I was looking for another job. People would tell me, it's not that we don't like you. Dude, we're firing people right now. It was, remember, March 2020. It was pretty bad. 5 years ago, my best friend told me, "Hey, I have something that might help you." And then he showed me what you and I are in, right? So he showed me the opportunity to start building my own business online, to start trading, to start making money from different places, to start making money from home, to create extra cash. And I saw it and I was like, wow, this is awesome. I need to get my money together. I borrowed like $200. I was broke, okay? But I was hungry for success. So I saw the opportunity, I saw the potential, and I said, you know what? I didn't come here to lose. I didn't come here to get my money back. I came here to make a lot of money. And that was my attitude from day one. So if you don't have that attitude yet, I invite you to have it because the worst thing that can happen to you is to delay the mistakes, to delay the fuck ups, to delay the results as a consequence because the people who win in life are the people who make mistakes quicker. Because if I make a mistake today, I can fix it tomorrow. And if I make another mistake tomorrow, I can fix it the day after. If I think about making a mistake for a whole month and I make that mistake, it took me a whole month to learn one lesson what it could have taken me just one day. All right. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's something that was my mentality right away. When I had this opportunity, I didn't have money to put into a trading account. Like I said, I was broke. I was in debt. It was 2020. It was the middle of a pandemic, and it was a terrible situation. I just needed some money to pay my bills, right? And when I say my bills, it's like my bill, which is my rent. That one, that's the one that I really cared, and also to buy some food. That's all I wanted. Those were my goals. That was my motivation. Not get kicked out of my house and having food on the table. That's it. So when you have a strong desire to move forward, it doesn't matter what it is, or like a nightmare, right? Like something's chasing you. I didn't want debt. I didn't want I don't want to get kicked out of my house. I needed to buy some food. So guess what? That to me was more important than any no, any criticism, any failure, or any challenge in life that I would face. So I didn't care about anything. I just cared about doing my thing and then accomplish my goals, my dreams, and then building something. As I was going and doing and building and developing and discovering something that I didn't even know existed, then I started falling in love with the process. A lot of people tell you you gotta chase with passion, you gotta do something you love in order to become successful. I don't think that's true in my opinion, right? Everybody's got their own opinion, but I believe that as you're doing something, you start finding success and you start finding some happiness, you start falling in love with what it is that you're doing. And when that happens, it's like magic. The thing you're doing because you have to do, eventually start loving it, eventually start getting better, and then the process become easier. But the point is, when we start, we suck at everything. I didn't know anything. I needed money, so I started building my network marketing business because I needed money. I didn't want to do it, I just needed money. And then when I got my first $600 because of helping other people, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Now I have a team of 15 people who are doing this with me. Now we're all learning together. Now I have some money that I can put into my trading account, and now I started to multiply my money. Why? Because I was practicing for my first month. It took me a month to get 600 residual income, and then I started multiplying, and then my trading account started growing, and then my residual income check started growing as well. My organization started growing. But the point is, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just copying and following a system. That's the key. A business without a system is not a business. It's just a casino. Okay, it's just good luck. All right, good luck, and hopefully you'll win. But eventually, the truth is you'll fail. The house always wins. You guys heard that before. So when we talk about sucking at the beginning, yes, we will suck. And yes, it's gonna be hard. And yes, it's a learning curve that we gotta get through. But there's also system, there's also things that you can leverage. There's also people, there's also resources, there's opportunities that we have that most people don't have. And that's what we have to take into consideration. When I needed money, okay, I wanted to trade, I didn't have money. I wanted to build my residual income so that I could have money, but I didn't know how to present the business. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to invite. What I did is I went to my friend and I told him, hey, dude, I'm gonna do this with you. I have no idea what I'm doing. Please tell me what to do, and I'm gonna do exactly what you tell me. And that's exactly what I did. I followed his guidance step by step without questioning him. As a result, in 1 month, I had my 600 residual income dollars, and then I had the opportunity to deposit into my trading accounts and then started growing, just like I just told you guys. So I didn't know anything and I was terrible at presenting, but I was not presenting. I was leveraging him. And what I was doing is I was talking to my people like, hey, Aaron, hey, Colin, I found something that I really like. I think it's got a lot of potential. I want you to check it out. I want you to meet my business partner, one of my best friends. He can explain to you, all right, because I'm brand new. And if you like it, we can do this together. I think it's got a lot of potential. You tell me if you like it or if you don't like it. Super simple, right? I think we can all agree that's really easy to do. That's me getting out of the way of my own ignorance at the time. We all start being ignorant. We all start sucking. Nothing wrong with that. Ignorance is lack of knowledge. I didn't have the knowledge, and a lot of people don't have the knowledge, but you have people who have the knowledge. So my friend was telling my friends, and he was explaining my people, and he was showing the opportunity to other people, and I was getting the result of that, right? So I was getting paid to do that, and he was getting paid as well. And then my people that I showed the opportunity were getting paid, and we created a nice community where we started growing, developing, and building something where we were making money from home together, enjoying having a good time, and also going through the ups and downs of this business together because going through them alone sucks. All right, entrepreneurship can be very, very lonely, and it actually is. because even if you have a community, you go through your sadness and through your moments, right? And you go through your losses and it sucks. But when you have a community, it makes everything better. If you take a look at our team chat, it's awesome. There's always positivity. There's always people who've been there. There's always people who've had the experience. There's always people who are cheering on each other instead of competing, instead of throwing shade and hate like it is in the outside traditional world where everything is competing in competition. Over here, it's just collaboration. If you do well, I do well. If you're happy, I'm happy. And if I do well, you do well, and so on, and vice versa, right? So that's my message to you guys. We all suck at the beginning, okay? My process started by doing that. Then eventually started getting some skills and I started getting um, some knowledge to some point, right? And I started going more into depth without my friend having to be there for me all the time. And started getting good, and then I started losing money, and started up and down and up and down and up and down. Why? Because I was learning. But let me tell you something. This is really, really important. You are going to be successful as long as you stay here. If you stay consistent, you will succeed. Why? Because hopefully you're putting the work. If you stay here and you don't put the work, you'll stay here forever and you'll suck forever, right? But if you put in the work, if you put in the effort, if you're dedicating time to this, and I'm not saying 12 hours a day, I'm just saying just when you dedicate time for us, be focused on what you're doing. That's all it is. Just spend 30 minutes of focus on your business, on your trading plan, on your activities, on your development, on your personal development as well. If you guys can see, I love reading and I love educating myself and feeding my mind with good energy and good information, different than the outside crap that we are exposed to pretty much every single day. And that's why it's important to create our environment. That's why when I built my business, I started building with people who were like-minded, and that gave me the kind of like the boost that I needed to keep growing. Okay, that's exactly what we have in our community. That's what we have in our chat. So coming back to the point is, if you don't quit, you don't lose, right? If you don't give up, you won't lose. If you don't give up, you will be successful. I'm telling you this after 5 years and a little bit more of online entrepreneurship experience, 5 years and a little bit more of growth, of making money, of losing money, of having experiences of all type of all types, right? All type of experiences, good ones, bad ones, and so on. You name them. But all of them have taught me a lot of things. And the most important one, don't quit. You will win. If you don't stop, you'll get there, right? It's not about how fast you can get there. It's, I don't know, if you can make it in a year or if you can make it in 5 years, and that make it is completely up to you, but say financially free or time freedom or quitting your job or having $100,000 in your trading account, uh, having a team of 5,000 people. Okay, if that takes you a year, if that takes you 5 years, if that takes you 10 years, but you get there, is an amazing feeling and an opportunity you're only gonna get by just keeping on going every single day, every time, and by not giving up. There's some days you're gonna feel like crap. There are some days you're gonna feel amazing. Guess what? Your business doesn't care. Your trading account doesn't care either. Your feelings don't matter when it comes to all these things. What matters is your discipline, is your consistency, is you showing up for yourself, is you showing up for your people, your team, your goals, your dreams, your family, your why, and why you're doing this. I invite you to think, why is it that you are doing this? Why it is that you're building this business? Why is it that you are wanting to become free? Why? What moves you? What makes you push through your own limitations? What makes you see beyond the excuses that we put ourselves in front of our own eyes? Okay, why? That's one. And the other one's what? What do you want? See, a lot of people don't get what they want because they don't know what they want. All right? I'm going to say it again. A lot of people don't get what they want because they don't know what they want. And you can test this. Go out there. If you have a job, go to your coworkers and ask them, hey, what do you want? See how many people reply, um, uh, 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 just a regular answer. That's a normal answer right away. If I ask you in the chat, what do you want? Do you know what you really want? Do you know what you want? Or it's like, oh, I want I want more money. I want more time. That's not specific. You want more money? Give you $1. Um, your wish is completed, right? It's fulfilled. So you got to know, you got to have a clear goal, a clear dream, a clear outcome that you really, really want, the specific that you can measure, that you can know how to get there, okay? Not know how to get there, but you know that you can get there because you can measure it and you can kind of taste it, you can see it, you know exactly what it is. That's your what. Your why is what's gonna move you to get there. In my case, it's my parents, right? They move me whenever I don't feel like doing these calls, whenever I don't feel like going to the gym, whenever I don't feel like working on my business, getting out of bed. I think of them and the future I want to give them and how I want them to travel the world, how I want them not to work ever again, right? That moves me and that makes me get out of my bed. That makes me do these things and that makes me give 100% to everything that I do. And that makes me say, you know what? These excuses, I don't care. You know, they're mine. I don't feel like doing it. My business don't care. My parents don't care. My future doesn't care at all. So, guys, that's my message for you. I hope you guys received some value today. Go share this with somebody else. You guys can talk to many other people. Somebody came to me, my best friend, and he showed me the opportunity you and I have. He changed my life forever, right? I was unemployed. I was broke. I was pretty much hopeless in a foreign country, okay? In the toughest time we've been through, which is the pandemic in 2020, I had no idea what I was going to do. He showed me this, and now I'm here talking to you 5 years later, and I'm free. I don't have a job. I don't have an office. I don't have any physical location or any obligation that ties me to any place, and I get to travel the world doing what you and I are doing. All right. So if I could do it, you can do it too. And my invitation is never, ever, ever give up. Keep going, and your dreams will come true. Why? Because you will make it happen. So keep going. Don't quit, but put in the work. All right. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Hope you guys received some value and check out all these videos in this playlist.